What's up, guys? In the works, and yes, I am enjoying my lazy Sunday. It started off pretty hectic, but I made sure to find time to kind of take it easy. And I haven't posted a video in a couple days, and I was scrolling through some of the gameplays I had saved up, and I was like, man, what is something that we can do? Talk about something a little bit different. And I was like, well, I have this M40 gameplay saved up, and I've been wanting to use this for a while. I'd been wanting to sit down and talk a little bit about sniping because. As you all know, the M40, at least in my opinion, is the best sniper for playing very aggressively. And you guys all know that I love to play aggressive Recon. I love to play very aggressively with a bolt action. I think it's one of the most fun things you can do in Battlefield 3. And I've kind of been slacking lately on the sniping department. I haven't had a whole lot of sniping gameplay up, and I was like, man, I really need to change that. You guys know how much I love doing that. So I was sitting down and I was thinking about it. I was like, man, armored kills on the way here. We just had close quarters, and snipers, in my opinion, they changed a lot. I mean, you did get that patch that made it a one-hit kill up close, which means that pretty much all bolt actions are almost the same in terms of effectiveness. The biggest difference, the one thing that you see a lot of people wanting to kind of gravitate towards is fast bullet velocity and the fact that, the M98 does more damage, and we're talking about the M98 here. The M98 does more damage than the other bolt actions, and the M40, to me, having that low bullet velocity, which it does have the lowest out of all the bolt actions, makes it kind of unattractive, I think, to people. And I think that's why people don't mess with the M40. You either see them use the M98 or they use some sort of semi-auto. And I'm curious to see, what is your guys' favorite bolt actions? Because when we did the showdown, it was a very mixed bag between what people liked. And I've always been a big proponent that the L96 now has no place in Battlefield 3. And I'm not insulting your favorite weapon if you happen to be an L96 guy, because I love the L96, the way it looks. I've always liked that rifle. I used to use that thing in Counter-Strike, but in terms of performing in game, it really just doesn't have a place in Battlefield 3, because if you think about it, it's outclassed in every category now that the J&G 90 exists, because the J&G 90 has a faster reload. I think it has a faster bolt chamber time, which if you're wondering why I think that the M40 is the best aggressive recon sniper, it's because it has the fast bolt chamber. So if you shoot a round, your character is going to rechamber that round much faster with the M40 than any of the other sniper rifles. So keep that in mind. If you want to play a little bit more aggressive with a sniper rifle, the M40 is a very underrated choice. I see a lot of people trying to do that with the 98B, which isn't horrible, but the fact that it has a low magazine count, slow reload, slow chamber time, kind of makes it harder, because I know you want to do that more damage, and I know you look at the M98, you're like, man, this thing does 95 damage up close. This thing has got to be the best aggressive recon weapon. When really, I don't really think that's the case. I think that you want a consistent weapon. I think the M40 is more consistent because you will get a lot of hit markers when you play aggressive with a bolt action, and hit markers are something that you need to follow up on. And being a high damage weapon, you're almost always going to kill them in that second shot unless they're like hiding on top of a health pack. So that's one of the reasons why I think the M40 is the best for that scenario. So like I was saying, though, the L96 just doesn't really have a place now. The fact that the J&G 90 exists, it kind of filled that void of a 10-round fast bullet velocity sniper rifle. And I think that the L96 is just kind of outclassed. So I'd like to see DICE do something with that, because I just don't really see a reason to use the L96. I mean, obviously, if you're a huge fan of it, maybe you just like the rifle, that would be the only incentive to really use it. Because if you go and look at the stats, and you guys know that I'm a stat whore, I mean, the M40 has better reload, better bullet chamber time. The only thing that the L96 has over the M40 is it has a faster bullet velocity. So, I mean, it really comes down to preference. I mean, maybe you're an L96 guy, maybe that's just what you're used to, and that's a big deal. If you're trying to get into aggressive sniping, being used to the rifle is very important, because if I go from the M40 to the SV98 or the M40 to the M98B, I'm going to be worlds apart in terms of bullet velocity. I'm going to be missing my target. So it does take you a while to get used to it, but I've kind of gotten off track here, and I wanted to talk a little bit about sniping and armored kill, because I think sniping and armored kill is going to be a very big factor, because I think a lot of people are going to go back to that long-range sniping that everyone hates. I know a lot of you guys just cannot stand it when people do long-range sniping because they think it doesn't help the team, which I can see that argument. I understand why people feel that way. In certain situations, long-range sniping can, in fact, help the team. But I think for the most part, if you're sitting in the back getting 2 kills every 5 minutes, you're not really helping the team a whole lot. But I think we're going to see a lot of that in armored kill, and I think we're going to see the J&G 90 really shine. I think think we really haven't given it a chance to be that 10-round fast bullet velocity weapon that we all know and love. It's going to be the sniper rifle we need, to quote Batman. But I really do think it's going to be the time of the JNG 90. I think that, and maybe the L96 will become a more effective choice if you want to mix things up in that era of sniping. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for armored kill sniping? Because these maps are going to be giant, so I think there's going to be a lot of people running Recon. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this rather random commentary. Yeah, try out the M40 if you want to play a little bit more aggressive, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.